gonna give in now. I think I gotta live this now. I think gonna be when I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in the ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the will. Cause I am just off on the journey. You just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise! Is crypto a millionaire maker, or is it fully a scam? My name is Coach JB. I am the top health, mindset, crypto, and business coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. And what we're going to learn today in this video is we're going to talk about what is actually happening in the breaking news that came out yesterday. I'm going to share my opinion on where I think cryptocurrency is going. And do I think that this is a millionaire maker opportunity? Now, one of the biggest things is mindset. There's a reason why 1% of the population owns 97% of the wealth. And Jim Rohn says, if we spread out $1 million to every single person in society, it would end up back in the same 1% hands. Excuse me. The reason why is because we've been indoctrinated into a system, a debt-based society, that we've been programmed, specifically since the Great Depression, to be slaves to debt and not understand how money flow works. You put your money into a bank, they dam it up, they take your money, they lend it out and make it fluid. You should be doing the same thing. That's why I teach the 5 pillars of wealth in our Warrior Academy, access to our crypto portfolios, exit strategy, 7 calls per week, and my revolutionary 120-day challenge. Click the pinned comment down below to check it out. Let's dive right into it, Warriors. So let's check it out. Is cryptocurrency a scam? Well, that's what they've been telling us for a very, very long time, correct? They've been telling us Bitcoin is a scam. It's going to go to zero. All these cryptocurrencies are going to collapse, which there's lots of truth to that. Here's my opinion on what's going to happen to cryptocurrency first. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. It is a long-term hold. It is an Amazon, Google, Apple type moment. Just like the dot-com days, many of the dot-com companies completely disappeared. Just like when there was a big auto boom, a bunch of the auto companies disappeared. The ones that remained, remember, the ones that remained were the ones that usually got sued by the SEC, right? They resist it, they sue it, they regulate it, then they join it. So think about it. Why am I so bullish on XRP? Because they're suing it. People think that means it's going to go away. It literally means it's here to stay, in my opinion. Follow the trends of history. So what is going to happen is when regulation comes out, many of cryptocurrencies are going to get wiped out. There's thousands and thousands of them. And we're going to end up with the top utility coins, the one that actually have real world solves, supply chain management, cross-border payments. Okay. Some of these gaming tokens are going to be here because it's part of the ecosystem. Anything that's going to help them generate money and keep the money with the 1%. Key, know the game so you can't be played. I love all these comments on the Twitter and stuff like that. Oh, it's like, guys, you're all being played. Everybody's being played. Everybody thinks they have this all figured out. The one person with a $10,000 crypto portfolio or even $1 million crypto. I'm sovereign. You're not sovereign. You're not Blackrock. You're not Coinbase. You're not Gary Gensler. You're not Jay Clayton. I'm sorry. You don't have it figured out. We don't. Whoever controls the money, controls the information, controls the people. So you have one choice right now. You can either 2 choices. You can sit back and be an armchair quarterback and complain and watch your portfolio get smashed, or you can understand the game so you can't be played. And as they tell you to look this way, you look this way. You stack your portfolio, you cut out frivolous spending. And what happens is when you start to make the money and you start to have the wealth, then you can change the narrative. Because whoever controls the money, controls the information, controls the people. I didn't create that. I didn't create the monetary system. It's just the game. So you can be an armchair quarterback and complain about it all day or get in the game. Okay. So here's what's happening. So Blackrock teams up with Coinbase in crypto market expansion. Okay. Now that's massive news. You understand that, right? Partnership will help clients oversee their Bitcoin exposure. Coinbase is facing an SEC probe over trading of digital tokens. Every single company that the SEC sues is the one that's going to make it. Think about, why aren't they going after all these pump and dumps? They have these little tiny one-off cases here and there that are very egregious cases, right? Go look at how many cases in the SEC there's been, and look how many have been overturned or settled within 12 to 24 months. Why is XRP Ripple still going, coming up on 24 months? They are suing. They sue the ones that are going to be here, right? They use them as a catalyst to get regulation. They're all working behind the scenes. Now we got Blackrock, the #1 asset manager in the world. So Blackrock is partnering with Coinbase Global to make it easier for institutional. This is where our price appreciation comes in, to manage and trade Bitcoin, taking the world's largest asset manager into cryptocurrency market, hammered by plunging prices as government investigation. Okay. Why would BlackRock, the #1 asset manager in the world, do you realize if BlackRock fails, the world and the markets would collapse? BlackRock is the largest asset manager in the world. They have more under management than some GDPs of some countries. Okay. This is bullish as shit. This tells you cryptocurrency is here to stay. The key word that we want to pay attention to is right here, if I can highlight this: institutional investors. This is what we need. We need the big institutions flooding in. We need the institutions bringing their high wealth, net worth clients in, the baby boomers, into this market. That will create demand, which will create price appreciation. Well, let's go take a journey around BlackRock. Everybody's reporting this, but let me go a little bit deeper, as we always do at the Warrior Academy. So we know that the Feds hired BlackRock to help calm the markets. Its ETF business wins big. The central bank's market intervention helped the largest U.S. provider of corporate bond exchanges trade funds get larger. The Federal Reserve March committed to deploy. This is back. This news, just want to make sure you know, this news was back on. Where's the date on this? This is 2020. So the Federal Reserve March committee to deploy $1 billion to prop up the economy was a boon for the company. The Fed hired BlackRock again. They hired BlackRock in the housing collapse, and they hired BlackRock, the Feds, the Federal Reserve. Okay, your Feds that are supposed to stabilize job markets and are supposed to move money through the economy hired BlackRock, who just teamed up with Coinbase. The Feds hire them to balance the markets. They just teamed up with Coinbase. Like, we have to digest this. We have to digest this. We've all been played. Cryptocurrency has always been here to stay. They didn't want the normal everyday person in it. It's like you getting into an IPO, right? That's where all the money is made. You see Nancy Pelosi cruising around the world making all this money off of our hard-earned efforts, okay? Okay, so let's dive into this. I'm trying to calm down because it's just like this stuff is very exciting. It's like we're on the precipice of something massive. It's an amazing time right now, okay? So let's look at BlackRock. So I always go deeper. Let's look at BlackRock and their top 10 holders, owners of BlackRock, okay? So just recap. BlackRock teams up with Coinbase to expand to institutional investors, giving them exposure to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. And we now know it's going to be regulated by the CFTC. It is a store of value, okay? Fed hires BlackRock to help calm markets, okay? BlackRock's #1 holder is Vanguard Group, okay? Let's dive into Vanguard. So I highlighted this right here, the symbol, okay, but I'm going to show you the article. Vanguard advances blockchain technology pilot to streamline an asset-backed securities market, okay? So we have BlackRock, who connects with Coinbase. We have the Feds, who hired BlackRock to balance our markets, the #1 asset manager. BlackRock's #1 holder is Vanguard. Vanguard advances blockchain technology pilot to streamline asset-backed securities market, okay? Think about that. All the money is going to be running through a blockchain technology. That is your price appreciation if you're in the correct real world solve fundamental cryptocurrencies. Okay. So Mark Smith, CEO of Symbonte, if I'm saying that correctly. Okay. So I wanted to show you that. So this is how they're streamlining asset-backed securities. But let's dive into Symbonte, if I'm saying that correctly. Smart Securities Intelligent Marketing. Okay. What do? What we do, Symbonte is building the next generation of financial markets infrastructure. We are engineers of financial veterans solving financial's toughest challenge in partnership with global financial institutions. They're bringing companies like Citi, the NASDAQ, State Street, Franklin Templeton Investments, Grain Chain, Vanguard, the #1 investor and the largest asset manager in the world, to take over the asset markets. Alternative assets, it shows you how they run through. Symbot has created a new infrastructure for digital markets to enable, streamline, and provide consumers delivered shared data, set superior accuracy, entitlement control, derivative data, product creation, and host other networks. And it goes through fixed income. This is basically all the money running through the markets, Warriors, through the blockchain technology. Okay, this is a technology, really, really important. But I want to show you guys something really cool. So Symbot, if I'm saying that correctly, let's dive into this. So let me show you what I'm looking at here. So Symbot overview. So this breaks down Symbot. I apologize if I'm saying it incorrectly. You can read through these documents, but let's take a look. Let's take a look at who is on their team. Their board of directors: Daniel Gallagher, former commissioner of the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission. Gary Gensler, Bill Hinman, Daniel Gallagher. And you are allowing your family members, I'm not saying you, sorry, I'm just, you guys can feel my vibration right now. I'm just like, whoo, come on, let's go, Warriors. People are let me not talk to you because you're a Warrior here 11 minutes in. People are allowing people to convince them that cryptocurrency is going away. Why would all these people, Rosie Rios on the board of directors for Ripple, former Treasury, Daniel Gallagher, U.S. Securities Exchange Commission, Jay Clayton, U.S. Securities Exchange Commission, Bill Hinman, U.S. Securities Exchange Commission. I could go on and on and on, and I can build all the connections for you of all the people who came from your government to go into these high-level positions to move cryptocurrency and blockchain and digital assets into the future. It's here. And then, Meta expands to Instagram, collectible features, add support for Coinbase and Dapper. It goes on and on and on link 2. You can go link in my bio in Instagram. You can get into Dapper pre-IPO as well. Warriors, we're here. We're here. The freight train has left the building. People are on it. And what do you do right now? Cut out frivolous spending. Cut out meal prep. Drink water. Stop bullshitting on Instagram and TikTok. Join my free business coaching program. Build a course. Make a couple $1,000s a month. Whereas there's money everywhere for you guys. Everywhere. This is the greatest time in human history. Stop listening to people. Stop listening to people like your grandparents or your parents who are telling you cryptocurrency is a fraud. It's the worst investment in the world. These people's 401ks are about to get smashed. And as you're sitting in your job, your buying power is decreasing. One of the biggest hedges against inflation right now is business. We increased by 583% year over year in business. Think about that. How much did your pay go up in your job? 25 cents maybe? Did you get a 0.25 or whatever your raise was, or maybe a 1% raise or a 2% raise? And inflation is, 10%. I mean, that's their number. Inflation's, 9%, but it's like, that's not the real numbers. Gas has doubled. Food prices have doubled. So business is one of the greatest ways to hedge against inflation. And it's one of the quickest ways to get wealthy. You can write your own paycheck words. Is it easy? Absolutely not. I spent 3 years of my life not getting paid to understand or understand how to run businesses. And once I figured it out, now I shorten the timeline to success for other human beings. So I'll put the free business coaching group in there as well, in the first comment. But get into the Warrior Academy, Warriors. It's 7 days. 7 days if you're not fully satisfied, 100% money back guarantee. What do you spend your money on every single month? Invest in yourself. It's the number one thing you should be doing. It's here, Warriors. It's here. All the stuff we've been talking about for 3 years on this channel, it's here now. So, all the people commenting and saying all the bullshit we said 3 years ago, it's all came true. 100% came true. We predicted it based on understanding how history works, how human behavior works. We're all being played, Warriors. Cryptocurrency has always been their goal to move us into digital assets, 100%. So you just have to figure out who the winners and losers are. You're going to pick some losers, but if you pick a couple winners, it could absolutely change your life. I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, get your shit together. Let's go.